Hi YouTube, I'm back today to talk to you about using S-Voice to unlock your phone and follow commands. Specifically, we're going to unlock the phone using S-Voice, and then we're going to take a picture. Now, I've already done a video on how to take photos using S-Voice. It's just as simple as opening S-Voice and saying open camera, and it will do what you ask. And saying something like capture or shoot to take the picture, as I've showed you on the Galaxy S4. But today I'm back to talk to you about how to not only use S-Voice to capture pictures, but even to unlock your phone. And this is the touchless control feature that the Moto X touts as being one of its main features. Now, the difference between the Galaxy experience and the experience of the Moto X is that you're not going to have an always-on listening mode with your Galaxy S4 device. So with that being said, or even your Galaxy S3, and so as a result, you're not going to have it just do what you want without even touching it, all the time at least. But when you're in the car and while the device is charging, there are ways to be able to do this. And so we're going to take you to the Galaxy S3 to show you how to basically set up something of a touchless control feature on your Galaxy S3 so that you don't have to touch the phone as much. Specifically when you're in the car charging your phone, when you're at home charging it, you will be able to speak commands without having to even touch it. Now to do this, we've got to create an always-on setting. So we've got to prepare to put the device in a situation where when it's charging, it's always on. At least when it's charging. Not all the time, but specifically when it's charging. So to do this, you're going to go to the little virtual setting, little virtual page, bottom of the phone. Tap that, and it's going to bring up all these things. In any case, we'll shoot this down. What you're going to do here is go to your settings from the front of the page. The front of the phone, you're going to see a list of settings. What we're going to do is scroll down to the bottom and select developer options. At this point, you're going to see all of these developer options come up. There are tons of options, but there's an option above that says stay awake. Screen will never sleep while charging. You're going to select the box to the right of it with the green check to make sure that it works. So first, make sure that you put the developer option on, and then you're going to click stay awake. Now we've done that. Now it's going to say it will never sleep while charging. And so you're going to have to basically plug it up to be able to perform this feature. It took me a while to connect it, a minute or so there, but now it's on. So as a result, now we're going to go back out to our main screen. Now we're going to set up a device where we are able to get S-Voice to follow commands. So to do this, you can basically go into your apps, right here, the little cube at the bottom. Click on that, and of course we'll go to S-Voice. Now here you're going to go basically to the page at the bottom and click settings. It's going to take you right out of the S-Voice app to your settings so that you can activate this. Now there are two things you're going to need to do. One is involving voice control. You're going to need to activate this to use voice commands. The other, however, is going to be a wake up command in lock screen. As you can see, wake up in lock screen and then set wake up command. You're going to need to enable your phone to hear you, S-Voice particularly to hear you on your lock screen, and then perform a command that you ask it to do. So you're going to click this box to the right, and it says you cannot use wake up command while music is playing. Okay, that's just something to keep in mind, but you still need to activate this. Now you can go into set wake up command, and you can pretty much select any command that you want to say to wake Galaxy up. Now I'm going to say something like hi Galaxy for mine, but you can do others. And so you're going to have to activate that in the lock screen. Then you're going to come up here, you're going to go to voice control, you're going to click on it, And now, of course, you have to activate it here at the top. So we're going to cut it on. It just gives you a warning, something to keep in mind. Click OK. Now it's going to give you these options. You can use S-Voice for incoming calls, alarm, camera, or music. At this point, I really only care about the camera. So we can basically check off all of these that we really don't need right now. I'm only going to use this to do the camera. You can use these for other things, but I'm only going to use it to activate our camera because that seems to be a cool feature of the Moto X, is the whole touchless controls. So I want to show you how this works. Okay, so now that we've done both of those steps, we've activated S-Voice in lock screen, and now we've set a command that we want it to do. We actually have a command. Make sure you set up your command first. But once you do that, you're going to be free to then try it out on your phone. So then you can click your phone off and put it in standby. Now you can cut it on to activate it. When you do, you're going to say your command, and it's going to obey you. Now, right now, it's in sleep mode. See the little light at the top? It's going to be in sleep mode until you cut the screen on to the lock screen. When you do, you can use your command to wake it up, and then you can do whatever you want to do with it. So I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Activate it. Notice you have the little microphone there. That's basically recording. So the S-Voice is set up so that she hears you when you prepare to speak your command. So at this point, we're going to speak the command, and then, of course, you're going to see the lock screen disappear. Then we're going to take the phone, and then we're going to basically tell it to take a picture. Okay? Hi, Galaxy. Open camera.
Open camera.
It's opening. Now, of course, it turns around in the wrong direction here, at least against my purposes, but we're going to click off tips. Now, as you can see, we have my computer in front of us. Now we're going to say a command and take a photo. Notice that it says at the bottom, you can take photos with voice commands like, and then it gives you 4 of these. This is a good little reminder in case you've forgotten what the commands are. So we're going to use one of these and take a picture. And your mark, get set, go. Capture. Okay, let's use another. Smile. Smile. Cheese. Shoot. And one thing to keep in mind is, as you noticed, it took those pictures, but you're going to have to remember that you're going to have to speak loud enough for it to hear you, otherwise it's not going to. So you got to be very explicit and very vocal about these commands, but it should work. Capture. Notice it took a picture even with it sitting on my keyboard. So it'll do the job. But in any case, I wanted to show you all how to do that. Now, if you want me to do it again, we can do it again, but in a bit faster mode so that you can get a feel for how it's going to work rather quickly. Okay, so now that you've set it up, we'll test it again. Okay, it's in sleep mode or standby. Hi, Galaxy. Open camera.
Open camera.
And now it's going to do as I've commanded. We've got this little screen here. And now we're going to say, shoot. Smile. Cheese. Capture. Notice in each of those times it did as we commanded and it took a photo. This is no different than on your Galaxy S4. You can do the exact same thing, and I will show you in a later video how to do that specifically on your Galaxy S4. But for right now, I wanted to show you in the Galaxy S3 that you can actually perform features of this magnitude. And I mean, you can do other things as well. You can actually activate Galaxy and ask her to pretty much read your mail and say read Gmail or something to that effect, and she'll do it. So let's try that. Hi, Galaxy. Read Gmail.
No new messages.
And notice it says no new messages. So again, she read my mail and told me that there were no new messages that I had. So, I mean, you can use this to do a number of things. Hi, Galaxy. Of course, she's not going to work because why? We've activated her on my lock screen. She's only going to obey the commands that are given based on what I've set up in my settings. This is how to activate voice command and use it on your Galaxy S3. And as I said, it's similar to the Moto X in that if you keep your phone charged up and you set your developer option to stay awake, it will stay awake. It will not go to sleep no matter what you say or do. The phone is going to pretty much stay on. As long as you keep it on the lock screen and you keep it charged up or attached to the adapter or the USB cable, it will work. S-Voice will not go off. But if you disconnect it at any moment, a few seconds later, she will go off and the screen will cut off. So be sure to remember, set your developer option first, then set your S-Voice commands in the S-Voice app, and you should be able to do this. If you have any comments or questions, please post them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll be back soon with more tips and tricks. Bye-bye.